Today I'm going to talk about one of the core systems that every single investor must have in their system, in their DNA, on their schedule, that helps really get them to their goals much faster. You cannot build wealth without this one single core system that I'm going to talk about today. It is critical to your success. In case you're new to this channel, my name is George Antone. I'm the best-selling author of 3 books on the topics of investing and finance, and we have our company. We help people get to their financial goals much faster than anyone out there, safer, with a lot more certainty. So with that, let's dive into our system. Now let's start by talking about why are systems so critical. It's really difficult for investors to build wealth without having systems and frameworks in your arsenal. Systems matter because results don't come from motivation; they come from structure. You need to have structure, and you need to have very precise things, the right sequence of things you're doing. A well-designed system turns good intentions into repeatable actions, as you're going to find out. So progress happens automatically, consistently, and even when life gets busy. Now, if you've seen my previous videos, we talk about the idea of a driver. So let's review quickly one of the things we talk about so that we can dive into this system. So when it comes to wealth creation, there are 3 main parts, and you've seen me talk about this. The wealth journey, that's the roadmap. You've seen me talk about that. That's the path to your financial goals. The second one is the wealth system. This is the vehicle that you build that gets you on the journey to your financial goals. Think of it as something you're driving to your goals. And finally, you, the driver, what we call the wealth creator, you're the one driving and controlling this vehicle on the journey. So it's really important that you start with the journey first, understand the journey, then build the vehicle. But as a driver, you need to know how to drive the vehicle. And obviously, you need a support system to make this happen. So let's talk about what I'm going to talk about today is one of the core pieces for a wealth creator to make this whole thing happen. Okay, so we're going to be focusing on one aspect of the driver. So let's talk about the money date system. This is by far one of the most important things. If you do nothing else but implement this, you are well ahead of most investors. So what is this money date system? So I'm going to walk you through exactly how to set it up. So by the end of this training video, you're going to know exactly what to do. So the money date system is a monthly operating rhythm that turns frameworks into forward progress. What does that mean? The first thing, I'm going to go down here. You're going to schedule a money date on your calendar. What you're going to do is schedule at least an hour, maybe an hour and a half, every single month that you're going to dedicate, and you're going to call this the money date. This is your own money date, all focused on your success. Okay, so you're going to do it once a month, not once a week, once a month. Again, typically an hour and a half. Most of our members are done with their money date in less than an hour. 1 hour per month to manage their whole journey, but give yourself an hour and a half in the beginning. So this is what you're going to set up on your calendar, your monthly session to keep your wealth in motion. Okay. Now, what you're going to then do is you're going to now set up a playbook, a money date playbook. This is one folder you're going to have, and in it you're going to have what we call the money date action plan. I'll walk you through that here in a minute. So go ahead and you find a folder, name it money date playbook. On your money date, you're going to open this folder and you're going to follow the checklist in there. Okay, so you're going to have just one of those. Now, what's in it? Inside this playbook, you're going to have what's called the money date action plan. This strategy-specific checklist that turn insight into decisions. What does that mean? So every time you learn a new strategy or you want to implement something, you want to have a checklist of the action plans that you need to implement on the money date. This is not about learning anything. This is simply about implementation. We have checklists for every single strategy, and that's what you want to do. So every time you learn something, create just a one-page action plan for that one strategy. Just as you implement things, you check it off, and then you move on to the next strategy. So again, you're going to implement the money date. You're going to schedule it on your calendar, hour and a half. Pick one day a month. Typically, let me give you some recommendations. Consider roughly around the 10th to the 14th, somewhere in there. So, for example, it could be the second Monday of the month, right, at say 9 a.m. And the reason we have you pick roughly around there is because by then you've collected all the dividends or rents or whatever it is you're collecting for the month. So you have an idea when you log into your brokerage or into your bank account, you can see all the numbers in there, okay, for the month. So roughly go ahead and schedule that. Then again, get your playbook done. This is going to be where you insert all the action plans. And so for every single action plan, for example, for your liquidity, right, for your any strategies you're implementing, if you have rental properties, what are you going to do? Just checklist, right? Stick it in there, and now you have your money date. You want to repeat that monthly because that's where compounding happens. This is the rhythm of the driver. The driver needs to know every single month exactly what to do so you're not wasting time. Again, everything is about systems and frameworks, and this is one of the most important systems you can implement as an investor. I'll tell you, there is nothing better than starting with the system, the money date system. So with that, hopefully you enjoyed this. Go ahead and let us know if you have your own money date system. What are things you would add or implement on your money date system? Add them in the messages below. And if you like this video, share it with an investor or someone else that can benefit from this, okay? This is the absolutely first step you have to have on your journey to your financial freedom. And as a driver, as a wealth creator, you cannot do anything without this. This is where things happen. So with that, I'll see you soon. Take care.